Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Monday. Wonderful start to the day here with the market. We're looking pretty strong here with a good push past that 0.618 fib level. We'll go ahead and take a look at liquidation here and kind of see what's going on. But I just want to say thank you so much again for just all the support. Like the video if you get a chance, and obviously comment below if obviously something you want to, what's on your mind, right? Where are you at with Bitcoin? I guess that's the question at this point. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. If you do want to become a better trader, again, CryptoCache.tech is a site linked down below. Got a lot of new members coming over, so just welcome aboard. Make sure you read through my signals guide. That's all available in our Discord and, of course, our website. So just make sure you reference that. It looks a little something like this here, just some details on all those trade signals. Before you take them, educate yourself, folks. Everyone has different risk tolerances, and it's important to recognize that. So let's look at liquidation and start with this here. We can see the sweep here of the heaviest concentration liquidation at 70,300. This isn't the heaviest, of course, it's more so just the last week's worth of liquidation, but we had some late shorts essentially, and they just got destroyed. Pretty much par for the course, unfortunately, right now with just the way that Bitcoin is ripsawing up and down. Just a lot of manipulation by the whales. So if we take a look at this here, this is why things are going to get interesting, because we got a lot of liquidation above and below the price action. When you don't have a definite direction, things like what we've seen here recently where the price wicks down, wicks up quickly, and turns right back around, those things happen more frequently. So unfortunately, this is not excellent news for us to have this much liquidation both above and below the price action. It shows everyone's thinking it's going to go up and it's going to go down concurrently. Or at least, that's the average kind of consensus. Either way, we are closer to the upper range here of liquidation, but we're starting to see a lot more late longs entering the market here in the last couple of weeks. So minus that 60,000 heavy level down below, once again, as per usual, 65 to 67,000 still holding with liquidation, but we were starting to see that dissipate, which is good because it ensures and basically shows that either these positions have been closed or profits have been taken. Okay, and that does incentivize the price to continue to go higher, believe it or not, because we have more liquidation above the price. So again, 75,000 is right around the top end, more like 77,000, but 75 is close to that peak there. Or if we do end up coming up, we'll potentially hit our more recent high. Okay, so again, that's kind of where we're at there in the overall sense for Bitcoin with liquidation. Again, our all-time high is 73,808 according to this chart here. So roughly 74K. So we do see that sweep of 75,000. That would be new all-time highs. We could be in price discovery at that mode, and it's going to be an interesting scenario nonetheless if that occurs. Good news is we're still honoring our 20-day simple moving average and, of course, our ascending trend line here. So this is very much a positive sign. Now again, this ascending trend line that I have is just drawn out in the 4-hour time frame based on candle wicks. You can choose candle wicks or candlesticks. They're both fairly effective. The key is that they're moving concurrent with moving averages. Generally speaking, that kind of helps you conceptualize where you're at roughly. Being over the 20-day SMA is a very, very bullish sign, and that's a good sign, letting us know that we're more likely to go up than down, and that shorting against this coin is less successful. Obviously, there's a lot of things you want to factor in. You don't just do that on the daily, but that is generally the idea. Taking a look here, of course, as well, we've been able to maintain above 50 in the RSI, which is why I feel and have felt comfortable taking long positions here recently, more so than shorts. Now, granted, we had a Miro short. We took a little 14% profit over the weekend. Nothing too crazy. That was designed to be held for longer periods, but honestly, Miro took off and did very well this weekend. So thankfully, we averaged into our position and got out unscathed. But you want to be careful shorting the market, I guess, is the common denominator there, because again, we're mostly bullish. I wouldn't say this is like phenomenal, but we do have stochastic RSI swinging up right there. MACD's soon to converge. A lot of reasons why the price action should continue to retest that 70,000 range. Now, again, we already did that technically. We hit 70,100. So we swept that perfect level of liquidation if you look at the last 7 days worth of shorts. So anyone who shorted in the last 7 days is more likely than not just got wiped out of their position. Okay, so again, this is very, very common manipulation. A lot of limit orders to push the price action in one direction. Once they hit that level, it turns itself around, which we've kind of already seen, but we're also maintaining this level too. In other words, if you look on smaller time frames, you can see the price action comes up here, ripsaw down, right back up again, just destroying everybody in both directions, right? This is why high leverage is a bad idea. Anybody who took a long or short position in the last 2 hours, 3 hours maybe, got absolutely destroyed if they use anything more than 20x leverage. Okay, so again, avoid it with a 10-foot pole, folks. I promise you, Low leverage, low position size is absolutely the best way to go. At least that is if you aren't like the the risk it for the biscuit kind of person. What I mean by that is there's a lot of 50 to 100x leverage idiots out there that are making content as well, and they're teaching you the wrong things. They're not to say their trading style is wrong. It's just that amount of leverage is just inherently fallible. Okay, so please don't do that. You're gonna wipe your account multiple times. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and low leverage is absolutely the way to go. Okay. Having said all that, we're under 70 on the RSIs, which basically implies we have more room for growth. Stochastic is trying to swing down for the second time. That generally does tend to slow things down. When you see a second stochastic swing to either direction, it usually gives you more weight. In other words, at this point, I think it's more than likely we're not going to go too much further up at this exact time. Consolidation, maybe a bull pendant pattern, and then we take off again, fine. But right now at this exact moment, probably not. But the key takeaway here is look how much volume is right there. That amount of volume typically doesn't move the price action too far. What I mean by that is, we shouldn't see the price, just go straight up or straight down from here. It'll probably maintain its range for a short while. Okay, and I mean short while, probably the end of today's trading day. I wouldn't be surprised we close at 69,000 and some change here today. Okay, so either way you look at it, 0.618 to 0.786. This is the range that we're in right now, 69,100 to 69,800. Close approximate. That's roughly where we're at. So likelihood of range-bound activity once the price calms down a little bit, which we're starting to see the volume dissipate a little bit more in this most recent candle. As it starts to average itself out, the price will too. Okay, so that's a good sign in a lot of ways, obviously, depending on your position. But we want it to consolidate here before it legs up again. There's no reason to just continue to destroy all the longs and the shorts concurrently. We want to establish a range so it can break out. So if we look at the Ichimoku cloud, there's all reasons to leave your long position open. I haven't really seen a single thing here, minus a slight overextension, because if we do take a look at TD sequential here, we can see we hit 9 on TD sequential, went sideways for about 6 hours, 5 or 6 hours, and then we had this nonsensical up and down for the last 5. So really, there's nothing here indicating that we're going to see a turnaround or a reversal. There's nothing hidden or obvious. It just seems fairly clear that we're above this 0.618 fib level. As you can see, we saw the price action kind of get a nice little ascending triangle pattern here as it led into that breakout. Okay, so it's a really common characteristic. That's why it's considered to be a bullish sign. So with that breakout there at that 0.618 fib level, that leads me to believe 69,200 is a likely area of control. In fact, we can go ahead and take a look at this here. This is a kind of a cool thing. It's kind of a newer feature on TradingView. If you want to know how to enable it, you do have to have a premium, but you just click on time price opportunity. But this gives us kind of like that point of control here for the most recent time frame, which is this 24-hour candle. So in this 24 hours, we can see the point of control so far. The most amount of volume here is at 69,100, right at that 0.618 fib level. So that lets us know that so far the bulls are in control and the price action is right there where it should be. If it goes any lower, then that's kind of that could happen, of course. But we got this value high and value low. So this is the range that we're going to be in right there, hypothetically, if the price continues to continue to go up or down. All right, anyways, that's just kind of something I wanted to show you there, just kind of another different way of looking at things. But the bottom line here is that 0.618 fib level, concurrent with a recent point of control, there's a lot of reasons why that area should hold, and we should be able to see the price continue further up. We'll draw out a trend line here too, just to go ahead and pay attention to this here later, so we can kind of see if we can continue to hold that level, and if so, we'll celebrate that later and figure it out. But I do want to say thank you so much again for watching. Hope you learned something here today. If you do want to, again, become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site. Link down below. Come on over to our Twitter, Telegram, Discord. I have YouTube and TikTok Shorts now. All the all the relevant information coming to you. Links down below, of course, if you want to join the herd. I appreciate you all. Nonetheless, thank you so much for all the feedback and just again hitting that like button, commenting below. Absolutely appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.